Om Nam Shivaya. Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with the new lesson, work and energy. In our day-to-day life, we talk about work, energy and power. We usually use the following things like we are doing work, we need energy to do work, he is a powerful man and so on. Right? In our daily life, any mental activity or physical activity is termed as work. But in physics, the meaning of work is entirely different. So, in this chapter, we shall discuss the difference between the term work we used in our daily life and the term work defined in physics. Okay? Now, energy is needed to perform many activities like running, walking, singing, swimming, jumping, jogging, lifting or dragging the objects, cycling, etc. Isn't it? So we get energy from our food for doing all these activities. Right? Likewise, all the animals need energy to do their activities. Horses need energy to pull the carts. Bullocks need energy to plough the land. Donkeys need energy to carry the loads. Likewise, all the machines need energy to perform their activities or to perform their operations. So we provide electrical energy or we provide energy in the form of electricity for their operations. So from all this we can understand that all the living things and the non-living things need energy to do activities. Now in our daily life, the word work means all the physical and mental activities are involved. For example, running, jogging, singing, reading the book, swimming. Likewise, if you apply the force on the wall or if you try to push the wall but fails to do so. So all these activities involve either mental or physical activities. But in the case of physics, the word work means entirely different or the work defines in different manner. So that we can look. Now you are working hard to push the wall and the wall does not move despite of all much effort. You may get exhausted, right? So in usual practice you will say you worked hard to push the wall, isn't it? But in physics, according to the definition of work, we should say the work is not done. The work is not done because you applied the force and hence there is no displacement or the wall doesn't move, isn't it? So the result is not there. So we should say the work is not done. So based on the definition of work done, we should say work is done if a force is applied on an object and the object should be displaced in one direction. Okay. So in physics, as per the definition of work done, work is done if the force applied on an object displaces the body in one direction. In other words, the conditions must be satisfied for the work is done are a force should be applied on an object and the object should be displaced in one direction. So these are the two conditions for the work is said to be done. Okay, so definition of work done is work is said to be done if a force is applied on an object displaces the body in one direction. Okay, so force must be there and also the object should be displaced some distance. So when you worked hard to push the wall, there you already applied the force but the wall doesn't move, isn't it? That means there is no displacement. So work is not done. But usual practice you worked hard. Okay. Now let F is the force applied on an object and we can say the work done is directly proportional to F. That means as the force increases, work done also increases. Right? You know, when you kick a ball with less force, it will move some distance. And when we kick the ball with greater force, it will move more distance. So more work is done. So as the force increases, work done also increases. Likewise, when the displacement increases, work done also increases. So we can say W directly proportional to S. Okay, so when we combine these two, we will get W proportional to Fs. When you put a constant and its value will be 1 to make the work done also 1, isn't it? So W is equal to F into S. So the equation for work done is W is equal to force into displacement. Now imagine that you are dragging an object on the floor. So what will happen? The object also displaced in the direction of force. If you apply more force, the object displaced in the direction of force. Okay, so the work is said to be done because you applied the force and the object displaces in the direction of force. Next one is, suppose if you are trying to lift something in upward direction. So you will apply the force in upward direction and that object also displaced in the same direction. Okay, so in that case also work is said to be done. Now when you hit a ball, you will apply the force on the ball and the ball will also displace in the direction of force. So in this case also work is said to be done. But you must notice same factor on these three cases, that force and displacement are in the same direction. When you pull the object moves in the direction of force. When you lift something, it moves in upward direction, isn't it? You apply the force in upward direction and the object moves in the same direction. When you hit the ball moves in the direction of force. So in all these cases, force and displacement are in the same direction. Okay, so in such cases, work is said to be positive. So in all these cases, the work is the positive work done. Okay, or work done is positive. Is it clear? Now you just tie a stone on a string and rotate in a horizontal circular path. So you all are familiar with, we already discussed. When we rotate it, you will apply the force towards the center. That is why the stone can move along a circular path, isn't it? So when you are rotating a stone tied on a string, it moves along a horizontal circular path and there the force is acting towards the center. But when an object is moving along a circular path, you already know the velocity is along the tangent. That means displacement is also along the tangent. Okay, so what will be the angle between force and displacement? Here force is acting along the radius of the circular path, that means towards center, and that force is known as centripetal force. And the displacement is along the tangent. So the angle between the force and displacement is 90 degree. That means force and displacement are right angles to each other. So in such a case, work done is 0. In such cases, work done is 0. When force and displacement are perpendicular to each other, the work done is 0. Okay, another example is, you just imagine that a box or a luggage is tied on a bus, roof of the bus. Okay, and the bus is moving horizontally. So the displacement is in the horizontal direction. But the gravitational force is acting downward direction. So what is the angle between this gravitational force and the horizontal displacement? Gravitational force is acting downwards, displacement is horizontally. So the angle between the displacement and gravitational force is 90 degree. That means they are right angles to each other. In that case also, the work done is 0. Is it clear? So when force and displacement are perpendicular to each other, the work done is 0. Okay, is it clear? Now you just imagine that the first case what we discussed, when we lift an object in upward direction, we will apply the force in upward direction and object is also displaced in upward direction. So force and displacement are in the same direction. So work done is positive, that we discussed. Okay. Now in the same situation, what is the work done by the gravitational force? Here the gravitational force is acting downward direction, but the displacement is in upward direction. So what is the angle between the force and displacement? Gravitational force and displacement? It is 180 degree, right? That is, the angle between force and displacement is 180 degree. So in that case, work done is negative. So that means when the force and displacement are in the opposite direction, work done is said to be negative. Is it clear? Another example is in the tug of war. In the case of winning team apply the force in the backward direction and the rope also displaced in the same direction. So work done by the winning team is positive. But what about the losing team? They will apply the force in backward direction, but the rope is displaced in the forward direction. So their force and displacement are in the opposite direction. So work done by the losing team is negative. Okay, work done by the winning team is positive. Work done by the losing team is negative. Is it clear? Now, in the case of a bus, when the bus is moving forward direction, there work done by the engine. Engine also applies the force in forward direction and the bus is also moves in the forward direction. So work done by the engine is positive because force and displacement are in the same direction. But when the brakes are applied, what will happen? When the brakes are applied, the force is acting in the backward direction. But the bus moves some distance and after that it will stop. Isn't it? So, or before comes to rest, it moves some distance. Isn't it? So, their force is acting in the backward direction. Displacement is in the forward direction. In that case also, work done is negative because force and displacement are in the opposite direction. So, from all these things, we can conclude that when the force and displacement are in the same direction, then the work is said to be positive. When the force and displacement are in the opposite direction, work done is said to be negative. When the force and displacement are at right angles to each other or perpendicular to each other, work done is 0. Okay, another conditions for the work done to be 0 is if the force is applied and hence no displacement, then also work done is 0. If we didn't apply any force, the object remain in the same position, there also work done is 0. Okay, so to make the work done is 0, either force can be 0 or displacement is 0 or they can be acting perpendicular to each other. Okay, when force and displacement are perpendicular to each other, work done is 0. Is it clear? Now, we know the equation for work done, W is equal to F into S, that means force into displacement. The unit of work done is joule. The unit of work Joule has named in the honor of English physicist James Prescott Joule. Actually, the derived unit of work done is the unit of force is Newton and the unit of displacement is meter. So, its unit is Newton meter. So, work done 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton into 1 meter. Okay, 1 Newton into 1 meter. So, 1 joule. The work is said to be 1 joule if 1 Newton force acting on an object displaces the object through a distance of 1 meter. Work is said to be 1 joule if 1 Newton force acting on an object displaces the object through a distance of 1 meter. Is it clear? It is very important. So, definition of work done. Work is said to be done if the force acting on an object displaced in one direction. Okay, so W is equal to F into S. So its SI unit is joule. Okay. So 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton into 1 meter. So work done is said to be 1 joule if 1 Newton force acting on an object displaces the object through a distance of 1 meter. Okay. Is it clear? Thank you.